What's going on, guys? Welcome to Taco Bell. What can I get you today?
Let me get a Crunchwrap Supreme, 2 tacos, another Crunchwrap Supreme, extra cheese.
Y'all still got chicken chalupas out here?
No, I'm sorry, we're out of those today.
Let me get a McChicken,
I think
cheese.
they...
Oh, bro, McChickens are amazing. Holy cow.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the ModPod. I'm here with my co-host, Orion.
Hello.
What's your Taco Bell order, Orion?
Crunchwrap Supreme, extra cheese, nacho. Wait, what did I say? Taco. Another Crunchwrap Supreme. No, actually though, I always get a Crunchwrap Supreme, a triple layer nacho, a soft taco, a hard taco, and a bean burrito.
Okay,
That's
for
a
sure,
lot.
for sure. What about you, Darren? Oh, Darren's here too. He's also a co-host.
Yeah, I actually work at Taco Bell now, so I'll be taking your order.
But I don't know. I haven't been to Taco Bell in at least a year or two.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of
That's
wild.
Pretty good.
it's really good for fast food. I worked there, so I'll talk about that today.
It's pretty good
my
if you
go-to
hate
order...
eating good food.
Hey, we can't discredit any sponsors right now, right? My go-to order at Taco Bell is Crunchwrap Supreme with guacamole. Or you remember
You can get
the
guacamole on it?
yeah. You remember the chicken chalupa? Do you guys remember that? Like the chicken
That was
the naked chicken chalupa?
that
I've
was the
never
one
had
thing I
anything
would
with
get.
chicken from Taco Bell.
The naked chicken chalupa is basically it's a fried chicken patty, and it's a chalupa, and you put like stuff in it.
Damn.
It's insane,
Sounds pretty good.
but yeah.
Are we going to
you can
discuss
take
why
that-
we're talking about this?
Yes, we will get to that, but we're gonna continue talking about Taco Bell.
Okay.
Yeah, the
No, I'm
chicken
just kidding.
chalupa was like my go-to. Like when I used to go back in like high school, that was the one thing I would get. I never understood just like the regular tacos or whatever, because it's just ground meat with beans
Yeah.
and
Bro, it's good.
Bit of
That's
lettuce.
what there is to get.
but it's so like low quality.
No.
It's cheap though.
It's
You
cheap.
get what you pay for.
It's like 50% beef, 50% MSG, and it tastes good.
Yeah. All
That's the
right.
vibe.
So today we're talking about some past jobs that we've had. As you've probably picked up, I worked at Taco Bell. For
I don't
a
know
while.
if anyone would pick up on that from us.
So if you're probably wondering, I worked at Taco Bell, and I don't know. I don't know if I want to start this, but Darren, do you want to start? So you said you had some stories about your work.
I'll start with I guess I can talk about my first job first, and then I can talk about Uniqlo later, because that story is a little more heavy.
Darren killed a man at Uniqlo.
Not saying
That story
anything.
gets a little dark, so we'll get to that in a second.
May or may not be legal, but all right. So let's see. My first job ever was junior year of high school. I actually worked at Jamba Juice, which was kind of fun in a way. I liked it more than I thought I would, and it's interesting to see the behind the scenes. And you sort of do a little bit of everything: cash register, making the drinks, and then you learn about all the secret menu items that they have. That you wouldn't normally expect. Like there's this one, they have this series called like Blue Star, or I forgot the name, like Red Star or something like that. Basically it's just you take all the sherbets plus whatever the color is. So like if it's blue, you add some blueberries, and then it's just all the sherbets plus blueberries, and it's hella good. But
Do you know like all the secret menu items from Jamba Juice?
it's been too long. I mean, I probably got that name wrong anyways. White gummy. No, gummy, not star.
I've
Oh,
heard of
those
the
ones are
gummy.
really good.
Yeah, the white gummy.
Yeah.
That's fire.
That's so good. Yeah.
But yeah, I worked in the summer, so it was like crazy. The lines would just come in waves. You would have just like a mob of people come through the store, like lines out the door.
I've never seen that many people since the quarantine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how old were you when you started working at Jamba Juice?
I think I was 17.
So this was during high school then?
Yeah. So it's crazy how much of like an assembly line process they really made it though. Like you pull a blender off, scoop the ingredients in, and then blend it. But like the hardest part is just like working under
That's
pressure.
streamlined as hell, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going with any of this, but the hardest part of the job was just remembering what ingredients to put, how many scoops of what. And eventually you get it took me at least, I would say, like a month to 2 months to just memorize the popular drinks. And then they have this like tiny ass menu that's like taped on top of all the sherbets and stuff, and I'm like straining my eyes trying to read it while like everyone's like, come on, we gotta go. And yeah, so that's sort of the overview. I'm just trying to think of things that come to mind. Actually,
what's like your go-to? Do you still like? Would you still like go back to a Jamba Juice and like drink their stuff? Because like, I know that some people are like, I worked at this place for so long that I don't like eating there anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a fairly good experience overall. I wouldn't like bash on it for having terrible health procedures or whatever, but health and safety violations. But my go-to has always been the banana berry, and I still like to get that every time I go. I mean, except for some of like the white gummy or Orange Dream Machine is really good too. So that's a vibe.
You gotta write those down, dude.
And then after Travis Scott made it cool to go to Jamba Juice in sicko mode, everyone's gonna be there now.
Jamba Juice. Is there a drink called the sicko mode?
They should introduce that. That would be a great marketing
It's
ploy.
just everything. It's a mix of everything that they have in there. A little bit of everything.
Yeah, some stories come to mind now. Like I remember one time we were, it was evening time, so no one's really in the store, and my coworkers had nothing to do, so they mixed in like every single ingredient we had in the store. So that includes like the granola and like the
grass.
Nuts. Yeah, the grass, the nuts that they would use for the bowls and stuff, and they would just blended it all into one drink, and they were just like making everyone take shots.
Sicko mode.
Yeah, that's the sicko mode.
I rarely get Jamba Juice because of two reasons. One, it's expensive, bro. It's like $6 for a small, and then two, like that stuff has so much sugar. You're looking at like 50 grams or 60 grams of sugar for a small, and it just goes up from there, and that's insane.
Yeah, that's a fact. And I felt bad because I felt like my quality of craftsmanship didn't live up to the price. You know,
they're like, Darren made this one. Mark it down 50%.
One story that to make all this a bit more concise that comes to mind is so we have discounts, right? As working there, so we're technically supposed to get 30%, 20 or 30% off any of our orders, but typically we would just make drinks when the manager wasn't looking, and we just get it for free, or like warm up pretzel or something. But so I had a bunch of friends come through, and I gave them a lot of discounts just because the homie price.
You gotta hook them up, dude.
Yeah, but one time it was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 in the evening, so there weren't that many people, and I think there was only 2 or 3 of us working in the store plus the manager. So one of my friends comes through, and usually what the procedure is, they order a small, and then we just upsize it to a large for them. And then I was making the drink, and then one of my managers was like, "Hey, isn't this a small?" And I was like,
Oh, whoops! Oh, dang!
I was like, "Oh, yeah." I guess I just
did I grab a large? Oh, I thought it said SMAL and not LA.
Yeah, and then it was all cool, but like basically he was just like, "Oh yeah, you can't give them discounts or like do anything for that." I'm like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't know."
You're like, "What? Discounts? I didn't even know we get a discount. That's preposterous."
Yeah, keep in mind, this is like 3 months into the job already, so like,
oh man, Darren gets fired immediately.
Bro, I have a story about Jamba Juice. One of my friends was always jipping Jamba Juice. You know how you can get if you sign up on the Jamba Juice app or website, I think it's the website, and you put on your birthday, you get a free smoothie. So I have a friend who would, every time we'd go into Jamba Juice, he'd make a new account and just set his birthday to that day, and he would just get a free smoothie every single time. There's like there's no like checking.
Finesse the system.
You're like, this guy's 83 years old and he looks like a 20-year-old.
Yo, this guy aged a year every day for the past week and got a free smoothie.
Well, going off what you were saying. So I worked at, well, my first job wasn't at Taco Bell. My first job was actually working in the school system, where I was at. So I was basically like doing like babysitting like kids after school and like this after school program.
Wait, how old were you when you did that?
It was like my senior year of high school.
Oh, okay.
I was a high school tutor for like little kids. Some of them are so annoying. Kids are so annoying, but they're also like really sweet and cute. But like, there was one story where this girl was out playing on the playground, and then she was like playing on the monkey bars, and we turn away for 1 second, and we hear her fall, and she's just crying, and then she comes back. Like her parents pick her up, and then she comes back, and she broke her arm. Like,
oh my god!
No.
Yeah, and we're like, oh no!
You're like, oh my god, dude, she's so annoying, bro. Why is she screaming?
Did you rush drive her to the hospital in your Acura?
Nah.
Just like
Her parents
10
are
block
there, but
drifting.
you drive her to the hospital.
Yeah, but that was like one of the scariest things that's happened.
Yeah.
Like there. But
Yeah, that is scary.
Did you witness that firsthand, or like?
I was
First
outside, but
arm, more like.
God damn it. She
I'm gonna cut that out.
We were, so I had a bunch of coworkers there, but I think we were all outside and they were all just playing, but I think she fell like when we weren't looking. Or I think she was trying to climb like up above the monkey bars, you know, like to stand on top of the monkey bars, you know.
Yeah,
and
the
she
classic
like fell off.
move.
Yeah, and then she fell and like broke her arm. So
Damn.
And then flash forward to summer of senior year, I worked at Taco Bell all summer.
Bro, I can only
Pretty much.
imagine that Taco Bell would be like the wildest job. The only demographic is crackheads and
It's actually like surprisingly like good. I enjoyed that job a lot. My tennis coach hooked me up with the job because he's the manager of the 2 Taco Bells in my town. So me, my cousin who was also on the tennis team, and a couple other guys on the tennis team all got jobs at Taco Bell.
Were you?
Oh, that sounds pretty lit.
Yeah.
Were you ever worried that if you got fired from Taco Bell, he would fire you off the tennis team too?
I already graduated, man. I was MVP of the tennis team, but you know.
Yeah,
You play a bad game of tennis and he docks your paycheck.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, my coach used to give us coupons for like doing challenges for tennis. Like we'd practice and like we'd put like a water bottle down, right? And if we serve and hit the water bottle, you get $10 for Taco Bell.
Ooh.
Damn.
Like he used to do that for us, and I got it one time.
Nice.
Yeah. So I worked at Taco Bell all summer after senior year, and it was actually like the whole learning curve was hard, but like afterwards, like it was actually really fun. Like working late night, I'd work from like
That's
5.
It's the sketchiest time.
5 to like 12 ish.
Oh, okay.
You know, but
That's
I'm
a
not
long
like
shift.
I'm not like one of the greeters or anything. Like I'm like in the back making the food or like doing dishes and stuff.
Oh, right.
I
Okay,
was
okay.
yeah. So they train you in like all that stuff, but like my favorite position was fryback, which is where you fry like all the ingredients that you need and you stock all the tortillas and all that sort of stuff. So I would come home smelling like oil like every day because I'd be standing there frying like chalupa shells, you know, like Cinnabons, all that stuff.
Did you ever
And
get like
then-
hurt on the job or anything?
Yeah, there were sometimes not like super
You know,
painfully,
when a
but
crackhead
I
jumped over the counter and sprinted into the kitchen.
Yeah, he just took out his knife and just like,
Jesus.
but there was, I'll just like, you'll burn yourself on the grill sometimes, or when you're picking up hot ingredients. So
Ooh.
what you do to counter that is you wear multiple pairs of gloves when you're working. So you wear like 1 or 2, because like my job is I'm working with like the fryer a lot, so I need to wear 2 gloves to sort of fry everything and grab all the ingredients. Like sometimes it gets really, really hot when you're pulling stuff right out of the fryer and then like sending it out so people can like get their order out really quickly.
When you're pulling this stuff straight out of the fryer with your gloved hand.
Yeah, just full hand down.
dumps his hand
It
in
melts
the
to my
fryer. Yeah.
hands. Yeah. But yeah, no, that job, like working the late night hours was fun because like my friends there, we would just like joke around. We'd get like really, really high energy off of like Baja Blast,
Oh,
and then just like be crackheads too, working the line, you know.
Yeah.
But if you've been to the Taco Bell in Davis, it's just like there's like one person on either side of the line. Maybe there's even just one person on the line. It's so slow.
There's literally two people working at any time.
Yeah.
One on the cash register, one on the kitchen.
Yep, and that's it. I don't know how they do it.
They have multiple times just forgotten about my order. Like I'll be staying there for so long, and they're like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "Orion," and they're like,
Yeah.
All right, let
you
me
have
start
an order
making that
for
right now.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Dude, the Taco Bell that I worked at is like, I'm biased because I really like that one specifically because I have like so many fond memories in there. I really enjoyed working at Taco Bell, but like all of my friends who worked there with me, shout out Sarah, Cody, Brayden. What's up, you guys? Thanks for listening.
Chad, Nick.
They listen to the podcast?
Yeah, they do.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But working there with them like made the time go by so much quicker. But standing for that long, like in Taco Bell, is like painful.
Have you guys ever been to San Luis Obispo?
Yeah.
There's like a small section of Slow that's just like it has like every fast food place, but they're all like the highest quality of like that fast food franchise. Like the Taco Bell there. Behind the cash register wall, they just have a fat wall of like certificates saying like best Taco Bell in California, and their stuff actually like looked like the picture. And I was like, hey, that's a pretty good taco.
Seem like Taco Bell cantinas where they have like a bar in them too.
Yeah, I haven't been to one, but
I haven't been to one either. But when I turn 21, dude.
Oh yeah.
Let's go to Taco Bell cantina.
Let's go. Hit the bars, bro.
Yeah, my god.
That's like the best because you get drunk food and you get drunk.
Yeah. You get drunk on Baja Blast and you get
Let me try and think of what else was going on at Taco Bell.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask like you said like working there with your friends was super fun. So what's the craziest thing that either you've seen or like that you guys have done collectively?
There was so
anyone try to offer you weed? Like a customer comes in.
But people smell like weed all the time at Taco Bell. But that's just Taco Bell for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I had so my old housemates came to visit. My housemates from freshman year drove from Davis to where I was working, and they just came there for Taco Bell. And so I loaded them up with the discount thing, like you said too. We give them a senior discount, give them the employee discount, all that stuff. They order like $50 worth of food, right, at Taco Bell, but that's like the discount price.
Wait, after discount is $50?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
So they have all this food, and then me and my friend Cody, who are working on the line, just stuff everything because like we're super chill. Like we just stuffed everything just to the max, like insane. And then I got them like a free 12-pack of Cinnabons and stuff too. So
damn, the manager wasn't anywhere.
No, she was just chill with us. She's
managers.
Nice.
You think there's managers at Taco Bell, Dan?
There are. That was my my last day. So like they came and visited on my last day at Taco Bell, and I just got a ton of food. I went out and sat with them for a little bit because it wasn't crowded. So just hung out. Pretty fun time.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah.
I have another Taco Bell story actually.
Go for it.
One time, this is many years ago, one time me and one friend of mine and my dad were at Taco Bell. And we ordered and we were like waiting for our food. We're just chilling. And then we just hear like a fat slamming noise, like and we look over. There's just like a whole tray of food just splattered up a wall against the wall against one of the booths. And there's just a dude who's like fully bald in a white t-shirt, like buff as hell. He's wearing boots. He just threw his tray against the wall.
Oh
he was
my
like,
god.
He was like, "What the f***? You guys got my order wrong." And then
no.
the employees were like, I'm sorry, sir. We can remake that for you." And he was like freaking the hell out. And then he like got up, and then some lady started like yelling at him. And he just ran out the door and got in his truck and drove away.
Jeez.
And then someone had to come clean it up. But that was quite shocking for 10-year-old
the problem
me.
that I had with Taco Bell is that people feel so entitled, even though like it's fast food and there's like teenage workers there.
Yeah.
You know, they get so mad about like small like problems.
It's the demographic that it attracts.
Yeah. But like it's crazy to see how mad people get about just small little things, and they're just like, this kid is fresh out of high school, he's working, dude, chill out, we'll fix it for you, but you don't have to be an asshole about it.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever like wilded out on you, Min?
I had a situation where this like really old lady, like something happened with her order. It was taking a little bit too long, and she took her water cup and like splashed it into the like the place where we were working.
Oh my god!
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. She just did that, and we were like, all right, get out.
Did you kick her out?
Yeah. All right, Ryan, you got any work stories for us?
Yeah. I worked at a movie theater in my hometown.
That sounds really nice, actually.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was my first part-time job. And like working at a movie theater is actually really sick as a part-time job, because you don't just do one thing. Well, I guess it depends on the theater, but the way it was at my place is like every shift you're assigned to something different. Like you might be on box office, you might be on working behind the counter, selling like snacks, or you might be cleaning theaters, might be on the bar if you're old enough. So it's like always a variety, and there's like a lot of people that work there because there has to be so many roles. So it's like there's just a big variety of friends, I guess, and it's mostly young people. I feel like movie theaters attract like high schoolers and then like older geeky people who are really into movies. It's like those are the only two types of people.
It's a
that's not the
movies,
only types of people. But yeah, definitely, because you get to watch movies for free.
Yeah.
What kind of theater was it? Because is it like a Cinemark sort of thing, or is it
or like an IMAX?
It's a chain, but it's like a small business chain. So there's only like 6 of them, and they're all in my hometown county.
Oh, okay. Wait, is Cinemark even a movie theater? I don't even know.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
that's like one of the biggest ones.
Yeah. All right, cool. I just want to make sure I didn't confuse that.
Yeah.
Do you remember like what movies were showing the first time you were working there? Like what
the
era of like
first
movies?
time?
Yeah. Like what era?
When did you have this job, by the way? Was it high school?
No, I started it my first year of community college. And I just worked it throughout that. That was the end of 2017, beginning of 2018. Yeah. I don't remember what movies. I don't remember what movies were out at all. Like I also came back and worked there over the summer too, so it was like a pretty wide range.
I have a friend who works at the movie theater in my hometown as well, and he gets like free movie posters every so often and stuff like that.
Yeah, they
give
out
really,
the movie
really
posters.
Cool. Yeah,
bro.
Do you ever see anyone walk in with like a big coat stuffed with the snacks?
Well, they don't check for that anymore. They like no one cares. Like you can bring in whatever you want. It's not against the rules.
Yeah. Have you seen anyone like try and sneak into like a movie they're not supposed to go to? Like buy tickets to Finding Nemo and then go watch like I don't know,
there's like high schoolers who try to watch R-rated movies, and then like the hire manager would be really strict about it, and we'd be like, you can't do that. And then they just go, and you're like, all right, I don't really care. The manager would be like, what the hell? Why'd you let them in? You're like, yeah.
Why'd you watch that? Why'd you let that little kid watch that movie?
Yeah.
Like, takes you into like the break room and sits you down for an hour lecture.
Yeah. No, there's 2 types of movies that are the worst to be showing at the theater. One is like a really popular kids movie, like Zootopia. Terrible. Just like massive hordes of children. They'd leave the fattest mess in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
And the cleaning up theaters, there's people leave some like gross ass shit in behind on their seats. And then the worst one, I think, is like adult movies like 50 Shades of Grey. Oh my god, dude.
No.
Oh, going to clean that theater after that showing, it just smelled like sweat and grossness, bro. And one time, me and you clean theaters in like pairs. So me and this one girl were on theater cleaning shift, and we go into the 50 Shades of Grey.
I think I know where this is going.
Yeah.
We go no.
Just 2 people.
No.
The end credits of 50 Shades of Grey are playing.
Yeah.
It's just like a Marvel end credit.
No, we go in to clean the theater, and we're about to start, and we're like looking around. There's no one there, and we look up, and there is someone there. There's 2 people there, at the top back corner of the theater, just this woman straddling this guy. They're just making out, and my coworker was like, hello, we have to clean the theater, and they just kept going. Like, they didn't stop. Like, they have to have heard the audacity. I don't know if they were drunk, because like there's a bar at the theater.
What you didn't know was that she was a zombie and she was eating his face off.
Oh god!
And
that
anything.
Was the beginning of coronavirus. I didn't realize at that time.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think that was like the grossest thing that's ever happened.
Yeah.
But
you said that you used to like play Mario Kart when you were
one time
too, right?
when the Switch first came out, and I got a Switch. I just like brought it in my back pocket, and when I would go into clean theaters, it's illegal to have cameras inside the theater, so like they can't monitor you. So I just like go in. Excuse me. I'd go in. If it's already kind of clean, I'd just like clean up what's there and then sit down and just like play a couple of rounds of Mario Kart and then move on. Because when you're cleaning theaters, it's pretty chill.
What's stopping you from just like walking into a movie and sitting down with like a popcorn and just waiting it out?
Your manager wondering where you are.
I mean yeah, but it sounds pretty like loose, like in terms of do this.
It depends on who's the manager, like who's on shift for managing. But like they are keeping track of like where everyone's supposed to be. So if you're cleaning theaters, they might be like, "Oh, hey, the theater that just got out is still completely dirty. What happened?" And you're like, I don't know.
Coconut Mall.
Coconut Mall happened.
You're like, bro, I got first place. It was worth it. Okay.
You're like, all right.
Yeah, but working there was super chill. Like, I mean, I think for all part-time jobs, your experience completely depends on who is also working there with you.
Yeah. That
like completely makes or breaks it.
Yeah.
Shout out Troy. I know you're listening to this, bro.
What's up?
He worked at the theater for a while.
All right.
Let's go, Troy. But yeah, those are some really cool like diversity we have going on with our job range. You know,
yeah.
I feel like if we all combined into one person, we'd have some pretty good job experience.
Crazy part-time job experience, bro.
Yeah.
I can't tell if this is even interesting. Like,
dude, let's open a Jamba Juice movie theater Taco Bell combo.
Yo, I'd actually go there all the time. I think they just
Jamba Taco movie.
And then in the back we can stock Uniqlo clothes.
Yeah. We can also have the Coho kitchen food.
Oh yeah, we'll serve that.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead, Darren.
All right, yeah. So my second job was working at Uniqlo. That was this last summer, so pretty recent actually. But I guess yeah. So just the general preface of the job. It's actually, disclaimer, like retail jobs, at least at Uniqlo, way harder than just folding clothes. Everyone thinks it's just, you stand there all day and you just fold clothes and sort of make things look nice. But because Uniqlo is like a Japanese brand, they're super...
You have to speak Japanese, too.
No, you basically do. Almost do.
Ohio, welcome to Uniqlo.
There are certain Japanese principles we had to learn, like, about organization and structure. So
Darren is a weeaboo.
I got converted.
Darren's actually a weeaboo.
What's that anime that was really popular? They did like a collab, and it's like One
Piece.
One Piece.
I
think they also have a Dragon Ball one.
They have a lot of them, but there was one that was like really hyped. Like I was there for the release, and then like people were like, a ton of people came in the morning, and there was a huge line. But dang, I forgot the name. Sorry. This is why. Well, this proves that I'm not a weeb. So,
oh dang! What was it?
That?
I literally don't know what it was.
Yeah. Okay. So, essentially, the gist is you walk in, and there's like 10 other people with you on your shift. Usually, they line you up against the wall, and then you have a notebook, right? And they'll be giving you the sales figures from like the past day. There's some Japanese business principle that goes into all this, and if any of my coworkers are like, or ex-coworkers are listening now, they're gonna roast me. But
We got some konnichiwa principles, and we got
had to,
some sayonara. That's so racist. I cut that out.
You ever heard of the Japanese business principle? Konnichiwa. It means to strive to do your best at anything that you do.
It's like that scene from The Office where they're in the dojo and Michael points at the Japanese and he's like, "That's Japanese for California roll." And he's like, "No, it's actually a symbol of eternal peace or something like that."
Google Translate
like, "No, I'm
will
pretty
confirm."
sure.
But yeah, so basically we had our notebooks out and we had a pen, and then we would be writing down all like new product that would be coming in, new features. They'd be like calling on people like, "Darren, do you know what's being stocked this week?" Or like,
Whoa,
"What are the features of this
crazy.
jacket?"
Yeah.
So we really had to know like everything.
That's pretty
So
cool,
serious.
though. That's like a good business model,
Yeah.
I think.
But you were
And
making
then-
minimum wage.
We were making above minimum wage, actually, quite
Okay.
a decent amount.
Do you get a discount at Uniqlo too, right?
30%,
When you're
30%,
working
yeah.
Yeah,
pretty
that's like really good because like you get to know the product, so you can like tell the customers about it.
Bro,
Right.
I use that discount to the best of my ability. There were these 6 principles that we would have to like chant, like, well, not
What?
chant, but like recite. I don't know. Chant makes it sound so like cultish.
It's like in the Karate Kid where they're like, "No mercy, no." Just like-
It's more just like a to hype everyone up. But anyways, yeah. But the job is so much harder. Like, A, the product knowledge, it's a lot. B,
Yeah.
the folding of the clothes, that's one thing. But you know, when the store is not super busy, I remember I had a manager come by and tell me. So there are like these stickers, the size tag stickers on the thing, right? And you know how all the shirts or sweaters are folded in piles? My manager came by and she's like, "Hey, can you reorganize everything so that all of the stickers are perfectly straight in the pile?"
Yeah. Oh man.
And I was like,
So you have to take the
"Oh
stickers
my
off
God."
and put them back on?
No, but that, and some of them we had to like refold it because they were folded incorrectly or whatever. But just to do that for the entire section, it was like a lot.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, no,
30
I
seconds
bet.
later, some like old Asian woman will come in and just like rip apart the pile, and I'm like, bruh.
She's like, "Where are all the smalls at?"
It's like, no, I can get her for you, but by then she's already done her damage. But anyways, that's the general overview. So one day I was working at cashier, and it was around like 8 o'clock at night. I saw this mob of people just run through the store. And at first I thought, oh, this must be some limited product drop happening. But I was like, at 8 p.m. in the
it's-
mall, like,
It's
where...
the zombie mob that started in the movie theater.
Oh my
Oh.
god, the more infected.
They were running from the people infected by corona. That's what they were cheering. But they ran by, and then I think I heard some sort of loud noise. And then all of a sudden, all of my coworkers who are
dude.
at the cash register, they were just like, run, run, run. And so what basically happened was there was a suspected like mall shooting that was happening.
Oh my
in the-
god.
in the
Jeez,
food
dude.
court. That was,
Oh my God.
and that was in the food court, which is, you guys know the layout of it. It's right next to Uniqlo, which is why we could like hear
Yeah.
everything. So we were just like,
An old guy at Taco Bell just shooting like the roof because he didn't get his order.
oh no, it's the guy. Yeah, it's the guy who drove off from the truck. He came to the
Oh.
mall.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wait.
So
So
It's all
okay.
connected.
so we ran through like the employee entrance, which is like the inner structure of the mall. Basically, it's this place where only the employees go, but it's essentially you can see all the scaffolding and stuff. Ran up some stairs. We had no idea where we were going. It was crazy. I wasn't even like processing anything. It was just
Oh
like
my
a mob of customers and workers, and we were just trying to stay together. We got into this like, we got upstairs somewhere into this like dusty room. It was like all dark and brown, and it was like a drywall and stuff. I don't know if I'm painting this correctly, but then we all had to stop because we realized the exit we were running towards would basically lead back to the food court, which is
Oh my
where we
God.
don't want to be. So everyone just stopped.
They
and
open
then
it up and he's right there.
Jesus.
Yeah. So everyone just stopped and then was like, shut up, like quiet. And it was dead silence. There was at least, I would say, 150 to 200 people crammed
my
in like a
God.
small
What
room.
the heck?
Maybe like 100 people, but it was crazy. People had like their bags still, and baby carriages.
Oh,
One
that's
Wait.
terrifying.
So wait, was it a actual shooting, or was it just like a scare?
It was a scare. It was just because we were acting like
because someone dropped their Subway tray and it was a really loud clattering on the ground.
I think what the police said afterward is there was an attempted robbery into a jewelry store, so the glass breaking, people sounded, especially at that time, the climate, there was a lot of shootings in the previous weeks. I don't know if you guys remember that whole time of, well, there's always a lot of shootings in the US, but I think people were just on edge. So that glass breaking, people just perceived it as like gunshots, I guess.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Bro, who's gonna rob a jewelry store in the middle of the day?
Yeah, I don't. That was the dumbest thing.
They're like, oh boy, 8 a.m.
There's so many people here, they'll never be able to catch us in this ocean.
Yeah. Dude, there was this one woman who was like Instagramming live, like while we were in the thing, and I was like,
"What's up, guys? I'm in the middle of a shooting scare at the mall."
Yeah, bro. People.
Will they find out that it's fake? I don't know. Let's find out.
What's up, guys? I'm about to try to rob this jewelry store.
What's up, guys? What they don't know is I'm actually the shooter.
Until now.
That's really dark.
Yeah.
We were all there, and it was actually like, it was just like a crazy experience. But eventually, one of the managers found an alternative way out, so everyone started running out, and then we got out of the mall into like the parking lot, and we were just running because we have a specified rendezvous in case this stuff happens. Yeah. So we were all running to that location, and it's crazy. We passed by Olive Garden and just stopped for a moment.
And we stopped and we went
Let's get some breadsticks,
got
bro.
some spaghetti.
So we looked in the window. People were still fine dining as if nothing was happening. I was just like, that's crazy. Like, people, like, we were just like, y'all are gonna die, bro. Like, y'all gotta go. So, yeah, it was just a lot of confusion and trying to find out what was happening after that. But, yeah, it was a crazy experience. And like I said, it didn't turn out to be an actual shooting. It was just an attempted robbery. Good. But still,
that sounds really scary, though.
Wild.
It definitely does.
Because even I remember weeks before this, when a bunch of other shootings were happening, they briefed us in one of the intro meetings. Like,
it's crazy that you even have to like prepare for that, you know, or be trained for that sort of thing. It's so scary.
Yeah, so I think I've talked enough, but
all right, I think that's gonna.
Yeah, I'm starving. I have to eat right now.
All right. Well, from us as minimum wage workers to you, thank you for listening to the ModPod.
Thank you,
and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Peace.
Later.